to start with me.
Mm-hmm.
You know, because I could be, because I had kids. I could be petty, but I refuse not to be. I could be overbearing, overprotective, but I choose not to be because it could possibly be for no reason.
Is that red enough for you?
Yeah, I'm good.
I feel like there's something.
You need more lighting.
Yeah, I feel like that thing should be down more. I'm just too lazy to get back up. I'm like,
You can't see what you're recording, or you just gonna press start.
it's recording right now.
You got your drink ready? You ready?
Mm-hmm.
You ready? Okay.
Yeah, I'll probably take like 5-minute clips from each joint, or 2-minute clips, you know?
Okay, you ready? Let me get ready. Should I sit back? I looked at okay sitting forward.
Yeah.
You made it seem like I looked at bad, but
No!
I looked at good sitting forward, attacking you. Have the phone, no distractions. It's all about Frank Brown. You ready?
Yes.
Alright, let me know when you're ready. Introduce me. West Philly.
I'm gonna clip the one introduction that you like, and I'm gonna add this one. So you know what I mean. So I'm gonna mix it. So I'm gonna just say, when I say it, I'm gonna clip it to the point where I say, hey, tell people about yourself. You know what I mean? So we're gonna take it from there.
Okay.
I don't know if I had a hat on.
Okay.
Okay. So please, Charmaine, tell the viewers about yourself.
I would say I'm a mom. I'm a friend. I'm a daughter. I'm a hard worker. I believe in independence because my independence brings me happiness.
Okay.
And I'm here today.
Why are you here today? What you want to talk about today?
Frank Brown Show.
What you want? So, what brings you here today? What you want to talk about?
I want to talk about forgiveness.
Okay. Well, that seems deep.
It don't gotta be. It don't gotta be. It could be a good thing.
Yeah. Is it a process?
Yeah. It's a process, but when you understand the process and you're willing to do the work, it's worth it.
So what's the first part in your eyes about forgiveness?
Understanding
Okay.
yourself.
Okay.
Understanding what makes you happy. And when you went wrong,
Okay.
it helps you understand other people and forgive other people. It helps learning yourself and tuning into yourself and working on yourself. It does help.
Okay. I think the first part of forgiveness is acknowledgement. Like you have to see the circumstance, if you know what I mean, and acknowledge that, like, hey, whether you was hurt or somebody else was hurt or many people was hurt, you know, you have to look at it and say, hey, yo, you know what? It's not right. You know what I mean? And go from there. Like, like if universe forbid I hurt somebody, you know what I mean? I'd be like, okay, why that hurt them? You know what I mean? And I believe some of the most painful things in life are caused by good intentions. You know what I mean? What part did I show them? Did I do this? Did I, you know what I mean? It's like, cause I've been like having most people call out of body experiences. You know what I mean? I try to say, hey, yo, you know what would I do if I was this person? And I try to go past the cliche, oh, you know what, I'm a spoiled brat. You know what I mean? I can't look at that person and say, hey, yo, this person is a spoiled brat. I gotta say, what makes this person spoiled? What makes this person happy? What makes this person sad? So I understand this person more to know that, like, how I hurt them. And, then from there, I will go to what can I do to make it better? You know what I'm saying? Does that make sense? Like, is it like, or is it, and the first part of that is it forgivable? You know what I mean? Like, let's just say if, I stepped on somebody's shoes, but they're his first pair of Jordans, and I'm like, dang, dog, don't worry, I'll buy you another pair, but it wasn't that. It was that I fucked up the first pair of Jordans he could afford. You know what I mean? And so, like, I learned in life, like, just because things don't hurt me doesn't mean that they don't hurt other people. Does it make sense?
Yeah.
So I, to learn what people treasure, what people value.
Yeah.
Do you agree?
Yeah, I agree. I agree. But my whole thing is you live and you learn. You cannot hold grudges. You cannot be judgmental. You have to live and you learn. Nobody's perfect. So the whole purpose of our show tonight is you live and you learn. If you don't learn from your mistakes, you will never grow in life. You will never move forward in life. You never will become what you want to become if you don't learn from your lessons. So the whole point of the show is we live and we learn. We forgave each other. It's not personal. It's pure happiness.
Okay.
And you live and you learn. Point blank period.
I started reading this book. And it's called Women Are From Venus, Men Are From Mars.
Yeah.
And it broke down like the psychological differences between a man and a woman. And I'm learning, like, certain values that a man treasures, a woman don't understand about, and vice versa. You know what I mean? Certain things like mean the world to a woman, but to a man it's just like, okay. But like, so then it comes to the part of the care. You know what I'm saying? It's like, hey, you know what? Even though it don't mean that much to me, I have to make it mean that much to me because I care about this person. If that makes sense, Drinks.
Don't. It's okay.
I believe it's okay.
It's okay. You don't have to, You don't have to.
What you mean I don't have to?
You don't have to make women understand where men come from. We know. Trust me.
No, you don't.
No, yes, we do. I lie to you not, Frank. We know. Black women know. Because black women don't have it easy either. We don't. We don't. Why do you think that so many black men are running to other races of women? We know.
Okay.
We know. Trust me. We know what black men go through. We know. We understand black men. It's just that we can't. A lot of women feel like we can't. A lot of black women feel like we can't do nothing about it, but we actually can. But some black women don't know how. And I noticed on your show, a lot of your shows, you talked about that. You said black women don't know how. But they know how. They just want the right person to know how to do it with. That's the part black men don't understand.
Ooh. How can I say this?
We have to trust and understand and believe in the person we with to allow ourselves to open up 100% now, and to be ourselves, to treat you how you want to be treated. That comes along with trust. It does. It have nothing to do with not knowing how to love, because women, we naturally know how to love. We was born to nurture. We was born to give birth. We was born to be a particular way.
You think this generation though? This era?
Yes.
You don't think love's dying?
Yes. I think this generation are born to be that way, but they born into a generation where as though they can't be that way, because there's so many men of their generation that's full of BS, don't know how, that's fatherless, and they don't know. They learn it from social media, and that's not good. Anybody that's 25 or younger are learning a lot from social media and from their friends, and that's not good. So a lot of younger women got it bad. So of course they not going to come to the table with knowing how to be a certain way, because they don't know.
So then
they don't know, and it's not their fault. Because
so you say women lost their essence?
Yes, they did. Because you know why? The parents are getting younger and younger and younger and younger, whereas though they don't know how to prepare these kids for the real world. A lot of women that's under 25, mothers are my age. I'm dead serious. So a lot of mothers that's my age are still trying to be that girl, that it girl, trying to find a way, trying to know who they is. So they don't know how to
but
send a child into the world with knowing how it's supposed to be. They not. And to be honest with you, I'm not going to judge those women, because I was that woman. I just learned how to become a better parent. And it's never too late. That's all I'm going to say. It's never too late. No matter how old your kids is, and no matter how old you are, it's never too late. Because I have older kids. And even though they know what they know, it's never too late. I force my love onto my older kids. And even though they still take it how they take it, they still receive it.
Well, I think
my son will be 22 years old, and he sometimes texts me back within 3 days that he still received the text and still acknowledged the text, and that lets me know a lot. I would never give up. I would never stop loving him the way I'm supposed to love him, or to teach him how I'm supposed to teach him, even if he don't acknowledge what I'm saying to him, he still listen and get over it. He does. I'm realizing that. So, as a parent, I feel like it's never too late. It's never too late. Some parents give up.
Mm-hmm. I don't know. I look at it like, when it comes like I'm, I've been a renter pop most of my life, so I don't know, but I would say that what I do know is that it comes to a point of time where if you're a child, you know what I mean, and you become a man, and and you had a rough upbringing or just difficult. It don't have to be rough. You look at it like once you become older and wisdom kicks in, and you look at it like, yo, hey, just like I was trying to figure out, these people that are in my life was trying to figure out, and now accountability is major, you know what I mean, and okay, now this person's holding themselves accountable, or just sweeping it under the rug and say, hey, yo, I want to start fresh, or whatever the circumstance is. But I look at it like, at least they're trying. Does that make sense? Like, but in my experience with the people I hurt, you know what I mean, I learned to try to express a level of sorrow. And then say, hey, wait. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because, I don't want to hurt nobody through my sorry. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I don't want to be like, let's just say somebody gave me $500 and they say I need it back Friday, and I didn't give it back to them until like a month later, but because I didn't give it back to them, they became homeless. But I gave it back. You know what I'm saying? And then I probably gave them extra, and I used that same $500 to hit the lottery. You know what I mean? Not for millions, just for a couple extra more dollars. I understand I hurt that person, but I will wait until it's time for me to, you know what I mean? And
so, can I ask you something? Being this though that you feel like you hurt people, and people hurt you, what is your definition of forgiveness?
Wow.
And moving forward.
My. Forgiveness for me is I want that person to know that I regret a decision or decisions. You know what I'm saying? For me to receive forgiveness, I think that's actually harder for me. You know what I mean? Because it's like, it's like, because in order for somebody to hurt me, they gotta be close to me. You know what I'm saying? So that is something that even now I'm learning, and I say, hey, I believe it's wrong. And if I say, hey, yo, you know what? Okay, I forgive you, but let me make sure you don't hurt me again. Then I'm not accepting you for you. You know what I'm saying? Does that make sense?
Yeah.
So I know I will hurt you again and again and again. You know what I mean?
Okay.
But I know life now. But I'm 40 something. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I know life. So I understand that there's trials and tribulations and certain things certain words hurt. And all that other stuff. And I will hope that person will look at it like man, moving forward and be like, yo, you know what? understand you didn't mean it, but also am wiser and know that I know you're gonna hurt me some more, and you're not gonna mean it. You know what I mean? You're not gonna, if they don't look at you like a malice person or a toxic person, if they look at you as a genuine person. You know what I mean? Because like things happen. You know what I mean? In life, you know, I could lose my job. You know what I mean? And be with somebody and lose my job. The fact that I'm not making money would hurt that person. You know what I mean?
But support. That brings up a form of support. Do you feel as though that support is a sign of forgiveness? Can somebody show you that they forgiven you by supporting you?
Yes, I think support is not a sign of forgiveness. Support is a sign of love.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Does that make sense?
Yeah.
I think support is a sign of love. Like, you know, and...
Okay, let's talk about it.
I believe certain... Like, you know... If I was to give somebody $5, right? And they'd be like... Oh, no, better yet. If I was to give somebody $200... And then be like, okay, wow. And, you know, thanks for supporting me. But, like, what's $200 to me compared to that person that gave you $5? And that was his last $5. Now you gotta eat oodles and noodles, peanut butter jelly sandwich. All right, not eat at all. You know what I'm saying? Sacrifice his kids or something like that for just to give you that last $5. So I believe that support is just a sign of love. You know what I mean? It's a love language. You know what I mean? I don't remember all the type of love languages, but I believe support. But it's hard because you got, like, my support's like a double-edged sword. I learned that in life. You know what I mean? I learned that, hey, yo, I will support this, but I don't support that. You know what I mean? And I'm very careful about how I distribute my support because I don't want to make somebody unhumane. If that's, you know what I mean? I don't want to support a porn star who's going to, like, talk shit on people that's broke. You know what I mean? By me just giving $3 to a page or something like that. I don't want to issue that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I'm not here to make people, to build people up so they can destroy other people. I don't want to. So I'm very careful about my support. You know what I mean? But I'm, you know. So what does support mean to you?
Support me to not being so judgmental, understanding where I'm coming from, and loving me for me. That's how I look at support, you know. And because I truly move in life to the point where as though people are who they are. And I learn to deal with them how they are. Because everybody not the same.
So how do you
even my kids.
So
that's the crazy part.
So how do you choose to deal with people through support if you recognize them for who they are? Because I do believe there's bad people
I deal with them as far as how much they need me. You know, because some people is less needier than others. Because I'm a firm believer of don't forget about me, but still love me. So I don't need as much of support as others, but I'm learning the more and more I move forward in life, people need me. People reaching out to me for advice and help. So I support them. I give them the best advice as I can. I want them to. I give them the advice to the point where as though I feel as though it'll benefit them to the point where as though they will be happy. Because that's the end goal. Everybody wants to be happy at the end. Everybody wants to be happy.
I was explaining.
Nobody wants to be fake happy. They want reality happy. So I try my best to help them to get to reality happy. And reality happy is It is what it is. And this is how you get to what you want. That's reality happy to me. Don't nobody want fake happy. What's supposed to be happy. People want reality happy. And reality happy is, it is what it is. And if you want this particular type of happiness, you have to be this particular type of way to get it. And start within you. Because right now in my life, I'm experiencing 2 male men happiness that's reaching out to me for help, which is my son and my brother. And my brother, for instance, America, my brother don't believe in being a stepfather. He don't believe in dating women with children. So he got a woman right now with no kids, and he reaching out to me for help because he can't believe that she one of the worst women he ever met.
Before I didn't laugh. I'm so sorry.
And she don't have no kids. It's crazy, right?
So wait, you mean to tell me that? So I believe that people find love in mysterious ways, right?
Yes.
Okay, but I this and I want to say this right,
Don't judge. America, don't judge when people reach out to you. Help them the best way you can. Trust me. And best to believe, nobody reaches out to you if they don't believe you can help them. Understand that. Understand that. Because my brother know I would not steer him wrong. He reaching out to me for help because he need help. He need help and I can help him. I can. Because I told him. I gave him a timeline. I said, if she not what you want her to be, by the time you ready to get married, let her go. He proposed to her 3 months ago. And she's getting worse. She's not getting better. She's getting worse. So I told him, I said, you don't sound like you ready to leave. Which is okay. But still put a timeline on it. Because people don't know how to put a timeline on stuff. Because people don't want to feel like, oh, I wasted my time. I don't feel like rebuilding with somebody else. But you need to understand. You need to put a timeline on things because if when you stamp a timeline and if it don't get better, give it up. Because it's not going to get better.
I would like to add something.
This is my opinion about men.
Alright.
I feel like men don't put a timeline on things because they don't want to. They don't want to feel like they wasted their time on investing what they got. But they need to understand sometimes stuff don't get better.
I don't think it's about.
Speak.
Okay.
Speak. You're a man.
Okay.
Speak.
I'm gonna say this to me, right? And I was explaining things to certain people, and they was like, "Yo, wow, how." You know what I mean? And even though the ups and downs and shit like that, I said the number one thing to being a man is knowing how to put your foot down for the right reasons. You gotta know. Now it's hard for me to speak on love, right? Because because it's like so many different versions. Is it like, we're just gonna grow old together, or we're gonna just make the most of each other type of love? What type of love are we gonna have? And if it's not, we're just gonna grow old together type of love. We're gonna make the most. that's just gonna hurt so bad because you're gonna have to look at yourself, and that person will have to look at themselves and say, "Yo, I really love this person. I want to be the best person, the best version of me, for this person, not for the world, for this person." So I tell men, and I try to really tell them on the show. I say, "Yo, no matter what, two things I learned is like, yo, know when to put your foot down. That's the most important thing to do as a man because you gotta protect the house, even though you might be the cause of the house. You gotta learn how to put the foot down. So you gotta learn how to put the foot down on yourself. You gotta learn how to put, we're talking about traditional family, man, wife, kids, everything. You gotta learn how to put the foot down with the wife. Hey, yo, you know what? That's too many times you're going out this week. I just want to love you, even though I understand that this is cool to drink it out there. Yeah.
The women know that, Frank.
Uh-huh.
Women want to know, what do you want? At the end of the day, we kind of know what men want. But is it reality? Let's keep it real. Is it reality? Or is it fantasy land? Men would love to do whatever they want to have a woman at home doing whatever they want them to do. But when reality kicked in, that's not what it is. Let's keep it real. What do you think? Speak for men right now.
Okay.
Let's speak for men right now. 2023. Let's speak for men right now. Frank Brown, let's speak.
I think men are not
because
being
women want to
respected.
know, right? We want to know. We want to know.
I think men are not being respected. I think that's the number one most important thing in a relationship for a man is the respect. You know what I mean? I want to say this right. I don't care about who's dominant and who's submissive. You know what I mean? Like as long as you got a respectful woman, it doesn't matter if she's dominant or submissive. As long as she knows how to be respectful. You know what I mean? You might want a woman with some dominance because you might be times where you might need that extra grind. You know what I mean? Or you might want to set her on an assignment. Hey, study this while I'm working on this. On some building shit. You know what I mean? So like I look at that. So I say the number one thing is respect. I don't care about dominance or submissive women. Me personally, you know what I mean? You can roll your eyes all you want. You better wash the fucking dishes. I don't know. That's how. You know what I mean?
Do you think that's what it takes for you to be 100% faithful?
For me?
Do you think if you had all of that, you would be 100% faithful?
I think what makes a man faithful is the first 10 minutes when he walks into a house. Or the first 10 minutes when he wakes up. That's what makes a man faithful. It's like, how is she speaking to him?
Speak.
How is she talking to him?
Speak.
How is she hugging him when he walks in the door? Hey, how was work? You know what I mean? Vice versa. You know what I mean? Hey, he's like, yo, listen, I got the bath water running. You know what I mean? If she likes baths or whatever, I think so. I think what makes a man faithful is what happens the first 10 minutes when he wakes up, and the first 10 minutes when he walks inside the door. That's determines the level, because even though sex is important to a lot of people, is it no disrespect, but sex can't keep a man? Will you agree to that? You know what I mean? I know there's a lot of chicken heads out here and shit like that might want to argue that, but I don't think sex can keep a man. I think that it's the first 10 minutes, you know what I mean? Because no matter what, you're the first 10 minutes on how he's going to evaluate the day. Or how he's going to evaluate you know what I mean? Or even the last 10 minutes. How's he closing his eyes? Is he closing his eyes feeling love? Is he closing his eyes, it's funny because like I was always taught like men don't have feelings. You know what I mean? And I'm looking and it's like, yo, it's all about respect. But like, you know, a genuine hug can do so much more than getting your dick sucked. You know what I mean? Does that make sense? Mm-hmm. Like, you know, a genuine hug, like, yo, I understand that everybody's ignorant. You know what I mean? So we're trying to figure shit out. You know what I mean? So when you're young and you got testosterone out the motherfucking world, even when you're old, you know what I mean? You got testosterone out the world. Out the world, but excuse me.
What?
You know what I mean? It's like, who do you got represent you? You know what I mean? So like, that means a lot. Does that person take honor and represent you? You know what I mean? Hey, I'm Miss such and such, such and such, such and such. I don't know what last name you pick, or I'm working on being that. I do believe that, and I learned this too. This is something that I have to seek forgiveness on too. I believe that men don't commit as fast as they should. It should be like, yo, hey, you know what? I like you. I'm willing to grow old with you. I see the good, the bad, the baggage, all that other shit. Mm-hmm. And I'm willing to take this on under these conditions. Be serious about the things you know, because every man wants a different. Some men want it like, hey, yo, listen, man, cook dinner. You know, other men be like, yo, have that mouth ready when I get off of work. Other men be like, whatever. You know, or certain men want a peace of mind. Yo, listen, man, when I'm playing video games with my boys, just let me rock. You know what I mean? Don't get on my nerves. You know what I mean? You know, women like to get on people's nerves just to get on people's nerves. You know, so I think.
So what you're pretty much saying is men want peace, profit, and purpose.
Yeah.
That's what you're saying.
Yeah, but no. See, men don't. Here's the thing, and because I don't want to get the wrong message to a man. You know, peace at home, yes, but there's going to be times where it's going to be chaos, and you gotta learn how to deal with that. You know what I mean? There's a reason why you're masculine. You gotta learn how to deal with the when it's not right. Don't be like, oh man, you know what? Shorty's tripping, blah blah blah. Be like, yo, you ain't check her? You know what I mean? Like you ain't be like, yo, you ain't check that shit? Why is she? And then two, why is she tripping? Oh, well, did he fuck up? You know, like so. But like, you know, and don't get me wrong, cause like I mean, I believe there's just. I'm learning that there's just some. I wouldn't say everybody's fucked up. In a way, you know what I mean? But I feel like you gotta have that mentality to love. Stop, you know what I mean? Like, you know, and so when you look at somebody that's fucked up, you know what I mean? You have to say, hey, you know what? That's mine. You know what I mean? The good, the flaws. You can't be like, oh man, my wife is the prettiest woman in the world. Or my wife's the smartest woman in the world. You gotta look at the good with the bad. Okay, she don't know how to cook. You know what I mean? Let me teach her how to cook, or let me try to teach her how to cook. You know, so I don't know, but like I want to say, you know, men, me personally, I believe that like, you know, men should commit a whole lot faster because we need to make more honest women in the world. I believe that that's better for society. You know what I mean? Now I understand there's not a lot to choose from. You know what I mean? Or sometimes it's just too late. You know what I mean? You can't figure it out.
You're hearing it first, ladies. You're hearing it first. What do men want? Because sometimes it's hard to understand what men want. It is. Sometimes it's hard. It don't matter who you with, it's hard. A man of a certain
Caliber. Caliber? Let me say it. Good word?
You gotta know. We want to know. Ain't nothing wrong with that.
We could talk about that
And
more.
ain't nothing wrong with that, because at the end of the day, because sometimes what y'all think y'all want, y'all be wrong. Because sometimes when y'all get what y'all want, y'all be wrong. So that's why it's hard to understand what do y'all exactly want. A lot of women have dealt with men of a certain standard, a certain caliber. Y'all had what y'all wanted and y'all was wrong. You need to understand that. So women coming behind just want to know, what do y'all want?
Well, you gotta look at age of wisdom too. Like, you know what I mean? So, like, you know, I think this era's looking at people like, yo, look, you're either coming correct or you're not. And I think that's dangerous.
Yeah, but you mentioned earlier to me that, what do you want? You want to date or you want to get married? But when you meet a man, it's still, you still want to know what he wants.
Okay.
You know, it's still hard to determine what men want, because y'all could be confusing at the end of the day. Y'all not confusing, but y'all are.
If a man, I would say this to any woman.
Because you can't come with your best sex game, because that's not enough. Sometimes you can't come with your best.
Well, I believe in this.
Treating you like a king, because that's not enough. Sometimes you can't come with the best being the loyal good woman, because sometimes that's not enough. So the best way to come would be, I would say, from everything you just said, is to love you for you, be loyal, and to compromise,
yeah.
to
Well, see, I would say this too. Like, I believe. See, it's hard because, like, I don't wanna misguide men or misguide women. Like, you know, where it's like,
yeah, but that's the way it's going. It's 2022, 23.
Yeah.
Like, it's the millennium now. So it's like, in order to be in a successful relationship or to get married nowadays, you have to compromise.
yeah.
It's no ends buts about it. Like, it's either or. Like, it's like you have to come to the table now. Like, what do you want? Because anything outside of that is not authentic nowadays. It's not, Frank. It's not, because it's so many people willing to be whatever nowadays just to get what they want, and it's not making other people look good. So it's like, how do you choose from a man's point of view? I heard a basketball player say that he met women willing to do whatever he wanted them to do in order to be with him. So how do he choose who to marry? So my point is, like,
Man, see, that's different because I'm pretty sure if you're a basketball player,
you got plenty of money that attracts.
not just that. It's like, yeah, that too. But like, it's like, yo, it's more scarier because you got guard yourself. Like you know,
Yeah.
like how many women are just looking for a come up, or are looking for, and like, how do you know the difference between a woman looking for a come up and a woman looking to grow old with you? Because, like, you know, like me personally, I'm cocky. So if a woman says she's selling for me, I'm just like, yo, you. In my head, I'm just like, yo, I don't know who you're talking to, but like, I look myself in the mirror and all this other shit, you know. But like, that's something like I'm in pondering for a while. Like, how do you know if she and like there's no like after this happens, like how do you know, like as a man, and there's no right way, because it's just like there's no shame. Like if a woman leaves a man, there's no shame, you know what I mean? So like you have to understand, like maybe that's it. I have to, you know what, let's do another show, because I want to do some thoughts. So I'm like, yo, hey.
Yeah, because my whole thing is the topic of this show was to be forgiveness. And in order to forgive, you have to let go of anything. Hurt? Like hurt, pain, negative thoughts.
Was that being naive?
No, it's not being naive. So, I don't think it's being naive, but...
Is that being unwise?
No. No, because I feel like me and you, even though me and you are not together no more, we have reached the point where as though that we forgive each other, to the point where as though we're in a happy place. And in order for people to be in a happy place, they have to forgive. And they have to forgive themselves and love themselves to move forward. In order to forgive the person that hurt them, they have to love themselves first. They do. So the whole purpose of this show is forgiveness.
Yes.
And what it look like, how you accomplish it. I accomplished my forgiveness with Frank Brown by being here. I don't hate him.
I don't hate you.
He don't hate me. We moving forward.
Yes.
And we have a special bond that's unbreakable. That's unexplainable. What happens moving forward. And you know how to get to that point is to work on yourself. And sometimes to work on yourself and to heal yourself is not to rely on others for happiness. You have to find happiness within yourself.
I don't think a man values happiness. Let's do another show.
Men look for happiness sometimes within family and females because they're men. It's hard to explain, ladies, but you get what I'm saying. But you know, I think you're doing a pretty good job.
Thank you.
Being on your own. You're doing a pretty good job. You learning. You living. You learning.
Peace.
Yeah, you at peace.
But we're going to close out wishing everybody a good night. I feel like this was a great show. Will we be able to see Charmaine again? You want to say goodbye to everybody?
West Philly in the house.